Well, today we're at Cork Kent Station and I'm going to show you the new route, which is to Cobh from Cork Station. So it's an updated route, so you might want to stay tuned for this one till the end and maybe some amazing sights also. And first off, we pass engine number 36, not only an old Irish steam locomotive, but is also the oldest on display indoors in Ireland and has been on permanent display at the station since 1950. And as you see, there's a number of shops here, one or two, and there's also a little cafe and restaurant where you can get a nice sandwich and a cup of tea. We see our platform display. The train leaves every hour until late, and you can see it also goes to Photo Wildlife Park. Ticket for a one-way adult single to Cobh costs €3.45. Now it can be booked here at the station using cash or card, or also it can be booked online via Irish Rail. Now you can get a QR code scannable ticket or a paper ticket should you wish. So let's go to our train on platform 2 for today. And as we wait the train, you'll see we still use diesel multiple units here in Ireland. It is hope now with the new National Rail Plan that they're going to roll out electrified trains on this system and railway track. And here comes our train chugging along on the way to Cork Station. And what a grand day it is, I have to say. We enter the train, you'll notice here up on the left is a toilet and it has toilet facilities. It's a 2-person seating configuration, overhead luggage storage as you can see for small bags, and also you can store bigger bags kind of in the aisle area just here. Now you'll see the destination here we're going, and it's in Irish, so we're going to translate it for you and show you all the stops. It only takes around 26 minutes and first stops at Little Island, Glantine and Photo Island, Gargalore and Rushbrook, and then finally Cobh. And as you can see, there's handy cup holders here on the side. So let's undertake our journey. We decided to film this journey again in 4K so you can get the best picture quality and scenery of the day. Leave bang on time, and as we traverse we'll go across the banks of the Lee and on towards Cobh. So it's beautiful scenery in store. Legend has it that the Malaysians acquired land in South Munster which they named Corca Liga, or Cork off the Lee, from League, the son of Eat who attained the land after the Malaysians advented to Ireland. And as you can see, the train ain't too busy today and we go through the station in Little Island. And there's definitely some interesting places to see in Cobh, and it is known for its marina, which houses an array of cruise ships that come into port, and also a visit to Spike Island, a historical naval base, and it used to be also a prison, and it was tough times back in those days. So I would suggest maybe a visit to Spike Island. We are going to visit on the channel sometime and have a look. And we pass one of the newer stations, Glantine, and as we see, the beautiful scenery just gets better and better. Our train is an Irish Railways class 2600, and it does operate in a 2-carriage configuration that are sometimes coupled together to make longer ones, and the max speed is 110 kilometers per hour, and it was built between 1992 and 1993. Big thank you to Alex Plays, a subscriber who gave us great information and knows his stuff about trains, so thanks Alex for that one. Coming into view we see Fota Castle. It's not a real castle, it's just kind of a folly, just a setup for the Photo Island Wildlife Park. Photo is the wildlife park here, the stop here that you wish to get off. And here you'll see some old sunken ships as we pass on our way to Cobh in the backdrop. Right here in the town of Cobh, you'll see there is a stop here where camper vans can pull up and empty their waste, refill with water and such, and park up for the night. Here we are already at our stop in Cobh. Let's take a walk through the station and towards the town and see some historical sites. First off, you'll see the Cobh Heritage Centre right on your doorstep as you get off the train. So as you arrive at Cobh Station here, there is toilet facilities, men, women and disabled. And Cobh Town Centre, I'd say, is but a 5 to 8 minute walk away. And absolutely great restaurants there, the whole shebang. And you see also there is a visitor centre here, where should you wish to get more information. Now, there's also museums galore, and there's a museum here, should you wish to venture up the steps. And here's the tours I told you for Spike Island. Amazing place to see, full of history, and one day on the channel we're definitely going to visit there. Now, should you wish to venture up these steps, Cobh Museum is uphill. Cork, one thing it has, it's full of hills, but great for the old legs. But here we'll see Cobh Queensland story. As you know, Cobh used to be called Queenstown, and you'll see in the museum here history of Titanic, people that have left in their droves during famine times, and it's an absolutely great museum, I'm sure to see. We hadn't got time to visit today, and as you see, 200-year commemoration, and this ship went to Ontario, Canada, known as coffin ships in famine times. And you see Peter Robinson leadership and vision were instrumental in orchestrating the relocation of 2,500 Irish families to Canada, offering a new chance or a new beginning in life. As you can see, mackerel are caught here in Cobh, County Cork. You can catch mackerel here, you can fish for mackerel in the near the end of the summer months, going on I suppose into the winter. And here you see the statue of Annie Moore, not far from the train station we come out of. And the history of Annie Moore I'll explain to you further now. Annie Moore and her brothers Anthony and Philip embarked from this town Cobh on the 20th of December 1891 on the SSS Nevada. Annie was the first person to be admitted to the United States of America through the new immigration center at Ellis Island in New York, and that was on January the 1st 1892, many moons ago. And how the Irish have developed and helped build America. They were great people. They worked hard in America, and hence many Irish in America and the UK today. They also helped in the UK to build after World War II. So hard working ethic by the Irish. See behind me here, there's some lovely seafood restaurants. Well, I don't know where they're lovely. You want to go in and have a try and see is the seafood nice. Other than that, you can maybe try catch some mackerel for dinner. But there is seafood restaurants here. No better place to try them than by the sea. Now you'll see a rundown of the prices here. You can also use your Leap card here should you have one. Tap on, tap off. It is a bit cheaper to use the Leap card. As you'll see, you collect your pre-booked tickets to book back the way to Cobh, Cork. We're going back to Cork. We select Cork. You'll see adult single €3.90. So online it was €3.40 or €3.45. So there's just the prices. So here you see adult child prices. There's season tickets, there's return tickets, family day return tickets, and here's all the prices here displayed for your information. Now, want I just a world of information? And look, our next journey we're going to go from Cork to Waterford. Not a great route, not a direct route. We're going to see the flaws of Irish Rail and its systems, but we're going to get you there. So that's all to look forward to in our next week's videos. And we've some interesting journeys coming up in Spain, but we're not going to divulge because they're Christmas specials, but they're going to be great. So click the like, subscribe as always. Thanks for watching. We're going to show you the new route upgrade line for this line, and there's a new rail upgrade offering billions of pounds for the Irish rail system. So let's hope it comes to fruition, and I'll keep you informed.